Welcome to my channel Out on a Wander. Today's video is called Old King Cole, in reference to one of the sculptures in this video. In 1992, the deconstruction of Britain's heavy industries was well underway, and the term post-industrial was never better illustrated than by the demolished steelworks, coal mines and abandoned railways in County Durham. Sustrans had the vision and foresight to redevelop the abandoned Stanhope Tyne Railway, the earliest commercial railway in Britain, into one of the UK's most popular challenge cycle routes, the Coast to Coast. Officially the route is known as the C2C or National Cycle Route 7, but it is known up and down the country as the Coast to Coast, so that's what I'll stick with in this video. The Coast to Coast runs from Whitehaven on the west coast of Cumbria to Sunderland on the east coast. From Consett down to Birtley, there was constructed a series of milestone and landmark sculptures made from discarded materials found on nearby post-industrial sites. These were used to mark the passing of heavy industry from the northeast of England. I will add the what 3 words reference points for each of the monuments in the comments section below. So on entering County Durham, the first sculpture you will come across is Terris Novalis. Terris Novalis was sculpted by Turner Prize winner Tony Cragg, and it is located on the Coast to Coast cycle route at Nitsley near Consett. The sculpture was commissioned to be a lasting memorial to the steelworkers of County Durham and symbolises the economic regeneration of the Consett area, hence the name Terris Novalis, which comes from the Latin phrase the new land. The sculpture consists of 2 19th century surveyor's instruments, reproduced 20 times life size, standing approximately 6 metres tall, a theodolite and an engineer's level. Made from stainless steel and supported on animal feet, this work is visible for many miles around and stands as a monument to the history of the area. And next down the line is the Jolly Drovers Maze. The Jolly Drovers Maze by Andy Goldsworthy is a large earthwork built on the site of the former Eden Colliery. Made from materials and spoil found on the site, the sculpture takes the form of numerous concentric soil pathways which are enclosed by grassy banks, and there are regular inlets to lead the walker or cyclist through and around the maze to the centre, and some say the form of the earthwork mimics the shape of the old mine workings below. The next sculpture on the line is the Old Transformers. Overlooking the site of the Consett steelworks are the coal miner and the iron master. Once the largest steelworks in Europe, employing 4,500 workers, its highly controversial closure brought to an end 140 years of steel manufacturing in the Consett area. Constructed in the old North Eastern Electricity Board yard at Wallsend, from obsolete components that once powered the heavy industries of coal mining, steel making and shipbuilding. Created by the artist David Kemp, the sculptures form a visual reference to the area's industrial past, particularly the coal, iron and steel industries, which shaped the area so dramatically. Sited on a rocky outcrop overlooking the Durham moors, these post-industrial giants are like two great Easter Island statues staring out across the empty green fields where the factories once stood. A nearby plaque reads, "The men who lived here dug the black stone. In giant huts they burned the earth, turning it into iron. They turned the sky red, and a river of steel ran down to the sea and was transformed again into locos, ships and machines, which transformed the world." The next sculpture is the Beamish Shorthorns. Close to the entrance of Beamish Open Air Museum, there is a sculpture of full metal cows by Sally Matthews. These were constructed from old JCB parts and Consett steel. Each rust-coloured animal stands along the pathway as though grazing on the grass. The Beamish Shorthorns were modelled on local animals, and an old train shed in Beamish Museum was used as the artist's workshop. Sally chose this part of the pathway so that the adjacent bridges and trees would provide a frame for her work. And anybody who has cycled this section of the coast to coast will know just how well this works, especially when it's foggy. Now as we carry on towards Pelton Fell, the next sculpture is the man himself, Old King Cole. Sited next to the coast-to-coast cycle path at Pelton Fell, sitting on top of an old derelict slag heap, is Old King Cole. Designed and built by artist David Kemp, along with the help of local volunteers, redundant miners and steelworkers. It was created to celebrate the area's proud coal mining history. Constructed using masonry from a demolished railway bridge and an old lime kiln, and topped off with a crown supplied by British coal, which was made from a 15-ton colliery fan and 6 miners' shovels. By sheer coincidence that on the day this monument was completed, it was announced that the last pits in the Durham coalfields were to close. And to this day, it makes a very fitting and visually striking tribute to the area's coal mining past. And finally, a short distance along the line is the Lambton Worm. The 300-metre long Lambton earthwork was created by renowned artist Andy Goldsworthy. Located alongside the coast-to-coast cycleway near to Chesley Street, the serpent shape was created using spoil from the local pit and represents the legend of the Lambton Worm, a monster which roamed the local countryside and, as the legend goes, was large enough to wrap itself around a nearby hill 7 times. This hill is now known locally as Worm Hill. tale of the Lambton Worm is an interesting one, which I haven't done justice to here, so I'll leave links to the full story below. All of the sculptures are impressive and mark the passing of an era in the northeast of England. It's hard to imagine that only a few decades ago, this was a thriving, noisy and often grubby hub for the industries upon which this region was built. The final chapter for mining and heavy industries in County Durham has now been written, and the only signs that we were once an industrial powerhouse are the artworks and monuments created by the artists listed in this video. The only negative thing I have to say is that some of the sculptures are being daubed in graffiti and covered in litter, which was a sad sight to see, and I hope in future Sustrans invests in restoring and even adding to these impressive works of art. So thanks for watching, I hope to see you all at my next video.